Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to PowerWash Simulator 2, and, oh, I'm so excited about this. The original PowerWash Simulator was such a good game. Just a chill, relaxing experience where you got to take a dirty thing and make it clean, and, best as I can tell, yes, the sequel is gonna be more of the same. Though, before we get going, this game's not actually out yet. So, what I'm playing here is a preview build, which I've only got access to for a certain period of time. So, okay, let's dive on in and get some delightful power washing business. So, here we go, and let's start off nice and small here, because on this occasion we have got not just a car, but a car that's also a flipping dog. So yes, just in case you're new to PowerWash Simulator, the joy of course is that yes, this game is maybe not quite as simple as it looks. You know, the dirt is properly hidden in all sorts of nooks and crannies, so to properly clean something, yeah, you've got to make sure you approach it from all sorts of different angles. You're not missing a little bit hidden in a corner, like say, you know, dirt right here for example, just yes. This is basically the most relaxing franchise I've ever played. This thing has always been an absolute flipping delight. So, you know, it's just the joy of taking a dirty thing and making it clean, which is always deeply delightful. So, okay, hubcap. What's wrong with you precisely? We need to, yes, get the pressure up a little bit. The wide spray is good for wide bits and pieces, but sooner or later, you're going to be needing, there we go, something with a little bit more oomph to it. Lovely. And speaking of which, right, the tyre is going to be a little bit tricky. Got to make sure we're approaching that from every conceivable angle, because there we go. So yes, it's maybe a little bit more complicated than you might initially assume looking at it. Like, you know, the joy of this game has always been figuring out precisely how you're going to go cleaning everything in a world where, you know, everything's properly modelled, the dirt is tucked away where you can't see it, etc, etc. And here we go for the more difficult to clean bits. How about we just, yes, soap them up so the dirt comes off. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, I like the new soap effects. And me and you, we're going to be friends, PowerWash Simulator 2. Right, then just crack out the blasty hose for a few last little bits and pieces. Deal with the soaked up tyres and whatnot. Down on the ground. I appreciate you're very nippy. Down on the ground. That's great right there. So, okay. Just finish off the last few bits. Lovely. And by the looks of it, yes, we're not quite done with the bumper here. So, how about we just check? Yeah, underneath. Oh, hang on. I think I see the problem. Just get in under the bumper. Come on, buddy. Where's that last bit of dirt hiding? There it was, right at the side. So, yes, just keep an eye on this. There's a tiny bit on the number plate too. Okay, the rear body's quite big as a concept, so that might be a bit more tricky to track down. I only just noticed, by the way, this dog car has eyes. So I think it's looking at me as I clean it. 10 out of 10, game of the year. Luckily, I've got, yes, a few tools to help me out here, which is, one, a list of things that aren't quite done yet, so, okay. Wing mirror, only 73%. Apparently I've been letting the side down there. And yes, we've also got a dirt highlighting mixture, just in case, you know, you need a bit of help guiding yourself to the last bits of dirt. Because, let's be honest, this is kind of, you know, a chill game about having a nice time cleaning a thing. It's not supposed to be about pulling your hair out, trying to find that last bit of dirt. So, if you want to be guided to the last bit of dirt, yes, the game can just let you know where it is if that's what you want. That's fine. So, okay, we're down to one wing mirror and the roof. So, well, I know precisely what's going on here. Is there stuff? Oh, there was definitely stuff down below. So, yes, need to get down below the wing mirrors to check them. You fine, though. Okay, there we go. A wing mirror's taken care of. So, there's nothing but the roof. I'm guessing what I've done is I haven't properly cleaned inside, yes, this dog's ear, though. Hang on. Thought I saw a spot of dirt there, but apparently not. It's definitely the ears. Hang on. Where's the flipping last bit of dirt here? And oh. Okay, I think possibly we might need to blast right into this spot here. Oh, I see ya. It's this tiny, tiny gap right here. So just to clean up some of this, just spray you into this little gap at the back. And at the front as well, and there we go. I've officially completed the job. And that broadly is, you know, what PowerWash Simulator is. You take a dirty thing and you make it clean by very carefully moseying around it, looking at it from every angle, and yes, spraying it with water until it's shiny. And honestly, that's all I needed, okay? PowerWash Simulator was already functionally a perfect game. Now we've got the same thing, but yes, with prettier water and prettier dirt and new things to clean. One of which is a dog car who looks at you as you clean it. And then you wave back at the dog car. 10 out of 10. And you even get a little montage of you cleaning it after you're done. Okay, me and you could be friends, yes. So okay, how about we jump into something, you know, a little bit more challenging. Like, say, an entire cooking Art Deco house, and love Art Deco. Art Deco's great, also. Okay, either the world's ending, or like, we're somewhere where you get the Aurora Borealis. So okay, that's nice, that's just, you know, floating around in the sky today, lovely. So okay, clean the door first, because I'm not opening a scruffy door, damn it. We make the door clean before we open it, have a poke inside, etc, etc, just, oh yeah. Oh, this is the stuff, right here, just making everything lovely and clean, etc, etc, and, okay, what's wrong with the door? Okay, the problem might be the far side of the door. That's the issue. It could be something like on the inside of the door. So I may need to open it in order to... Never mind, we're golden. So okay, we've got the front door clean at least. And yes, I've got a few more tools to help me here as well. So a big old bit of scaffolding. So I can, like, you know, just hop over to the actual roof here, etc, etc, because... oh... Not just that, though. Also, what are these McGibbles? So, a scissor lift. Okay, I've got a scissor lift I can move around. That's nice. Just hop over to here. Clean a telescope, etc, etc. Sorry, not a telescope. A theodolite, so, right. That exposes my ignorance. I wouldn't last 2 minutes on a 16th century ship, clearly. I do, however, question the wisdom of, yes, cleaning such a thing using a high-powered power washer. I'm not convinced that's a good idea, no. Oh, I love this chair, by the way, just, oh. Art Deco is just such a gorgeous thing. Just, yeah, make you gorgeous and shiny and golden, spot flipping on, beautiful. But yes, as I was saying before, I've actually got a bit of a time limit here, so I've got to clean this house in, like, the next 55 minutes of real-world time. And I suspect that might be a bit difficult. Unless we, like, you know, take some shortcuts. Use the big wide sprayers. You, my friend, are going to be... oh, dear. As you can see, though, some dirt is just on so tough, you've got to go over to a narrower but stronger McGibble. And I think over here where it's literally black on the wall, we're going to need a stronger nozzle to take care of that. Oh yeah, the wide spray on some of this, it's just not getting the job done at all. So, yeah, this game's kind of about, you know, finding the right tool for the job. Sometimes when it's just light dirt, you can get away with, you know, going through it pretty bloody fast. And then, yes, the nastier, more baked-on grime, that takes a bit more focus. Okay, I just realised something, which is... in the event that I can't complete this in, like, an hour or so, which I probably can't, when the owners show up and say, hey, are you done, etc, etc, I want to be able to say, as you can see, yes. So if I just do the front of the house, then yeah, logically, they'll just assume the rear is done, they'll pay me, then I can be on my way, my lovely blue van there, before they actually go round the side of the house, and see that, you know, the rear's still completely filthy and whatnot. So, okay. Start at the front, work from there, because, oh, that's a lovely blue under there, I love it. Oh, I tell you what, though, my blasty frisbee McGibble, that's going to do the job well against the windows, at least. So, right, okay. For the windows, just blast them with this, because, oh, yeah, for just, like, you know, a first coat or whatnot, to get the worst of it off. Sure, we'll need to go over it again just to finish it off and whatnot, but that's not a bad start, actually, no. Oh yeah, the grime on the windows is nowhere near as tough, so a relatively light spray with this thing, that'll take care of that really nicely. The grime on the walls are a little bit tougher, and especially so on the ceiling there, so yeah, we're going to need to use a proper spray for that. But, as our first quick and nasty pass, okay, this is getting the job done pretty well actually, this is a good plan. Right, in which case, also make sure we just move the McGibble here. Raise my new scissor lift into position so I can get to the top. Because, yeah, this is going to be... Just fell off the building there, that's fine. Okay, how do I get the lift back down again? Their controls at the bottom were only at the top, because... Oh, I feel I've made a tactical error here. Oh, never mind. There's a control at the side here. Good. Good. I was thinking that's a deeply concerning design in the event of, you know, someone like me who's just going to blatantly fall off it. So, okay. Back up, please. But this time, don't fall off it. Because all I want to do is, yeah, give a quick swish to this guy, though. Right. The problem we've got here is... You're a bit tall, aren't you? Yeah, we're going to need the scissor lift over here just to do the bit at the very top. Like, down here, this isn't so bad. But the top, that's going to be too far away. We're going to need the scissor lift just to get us some extra height. So, okay, just to sort out the feature window here. So, you know what? That is actually coming clean very nicely. In fact, that's almost done. Right there, if I go over to my strongest spray, oh yeah, that'll flip it do. Okay, possibly, if I use the very strongest, narrowest spray from here on the balcony. Right, we may not need the scissor lift for this bit after all, that's fine. Yeah, if we just step over to the side here, look up in this direction. John, those blue bits are going to be dirty on top. So, okay, we're going to be needing the scissor lift anyway at some point or another. Got it, though. Do enjoy doing this bit, where you can just, like, you know, melt the dirt away. Melting the dirt is delightful. Okay, time check. I'm now 20 minutes in, so I've got, like, 40 minutes remaining before I get kicked out. So, I think this is actually a pretty good start. Like, it's a bit patchy there, but upstairs, that bit's pretty good. Like, okay. I feel like we could definitely do the front of the house. So, like, you know, I could do a big outro where it all looks really impressive and nice and like I finished. And then we just don't look at the back of the house and then that's fine. But yeah, the priority's got to be cleaning up this bit at the side on the left. So that looks nice. The floor needs to be done because, yeah, you can see the floor nice and clearly. This window needs to be done up to, say, here. That's all absolutely fine. Now, I've realised one good thing, which is, luckily, this house is just the exterior. Like, presumably it has an interior, but the owners decided I'm not allowed inside it because I blast everything with a power washer, because that's how I respond to all my problems, apparently. So, okay, they made a good choice there, and that's going to make my life much easier if I'm only worrying about, yes, the outside of the house. You know what? We should break this up into manageable chunks. So, let's say... By the time it's down to 30 minutes remaining, we should have finished the downstairs. So the downstairs includes the floor here. That might be a bit ambitious, but then again, actually. Okay, a slightly wider thing is working here on the floor. Not so much on you guys, though. The grime on the wall is definitely tougher, I'd say. John... You literally have a big swishy thing that clearly is designed to deal with the floor. Like a bare minimum, it will get some of the grime off. So, okay. Definitely give the path a first pass with this new weird water frisbee McGibble. That will do a good job, at least as a starting point. I mean, yeah, if you just press that to the floor, that does a beautiful job melting all this nonsense. Okay, 5 minutes later... I think we're doing a good job here. Like, on the left, if we exclude that bit up there, this is looking pretty good. We're just like, you know, mopping up on this side, taking out any remaining little pockets of grime, etc., etc. But the floor's looking good, the entranceway's looking good. Like, if in theory I was to blindfold the owners of the house, walk them to right here, and say, ta-da, here you flipping go... Okay, they'd see this bit up here straight away. But, like, you know, if we just clean that out, and a bit on the left there, I think we could potentially fool them and get at least some of the money and be away in the van before they realised. I'm also carefully figuring out sight lines so that, yes, I clean precisely as much of the path as needs to be cleaned and no more. Because, yeah, beyond say this point here, it doesn't matter anymore. So, right, all of this we can just ignore because, okay, we need to go a little bit further in this direction. Okay, 30 minutes to go. I'm starting to receive a handful of dings. Okay, not that many dings. You must be almost ready to ding. There we go. There's another ding. But yeah, the front's looking decent just to deal with you, my friend. Hang on, this... Oh. I see dirt up the side. Right, just to get right in up the side here. We've probably got her. There we go. Entrance wall complete. I've earned to myself some PowerWash dollars or something. So, okay, now we're just cooking swimming in dinks. We're making a fast progress here. Step the next, just to get the balcony to where it should be. I've got, okay, a little bit over 20 minutes to do this. This is going to be fine. Oh, and particularly importantly, yeah, the underside of the upstairs balconies, because they're going to be very visible from the grounds. Oh, yeah, right there. Gotta make sure we get right under the balcony trim. Then just deal with little bits of wall around here. Get as much of this as we can from the ground while we're passing by. Yeah, we can from here. Go over to the absolute strongest spray. Oh, yeah. From the ground here, rather up on the balcony, you can definitely deal with most of this here gunk. I feel like we've done a good job here. Like, at this point, yeah, it's pretty much just the high-up bits that need doing. So, yeah, some of that is visible from the ground. That's particularly bad. Okay, it's scissor lift time. Just pop you down right here. And then, yeah, from this angle, oh, yeah. This'll do the cocky job right here. Now, we can take care of, yeah, this scruffy bit of balcony. Take care of all of you up here. Deal with that from above. That was very annoying that was there at all. So, right, this is precisely the right angle. In fact, if anything, can I... No, I cannot jump over to the roof. I probably could, had I, like, you know, bothered extending it all the way to the top. So, yes, just being up on the roof would probably be a good idea. Okay, now, this time, yes, we are definitely up on the roof. So that means, yeah, we can do this central bit way more easily. Albeit not entirely safely. Luckily, there's no fall damage in this game. But yes, trying to fall off anyway, because that would slow me down a bit. And as I say, I am on a cooking time limit right now, but... bare minimum, yeah, we can do the lovely central bit right here. That's very important. So, okay. 13 minutes to go. We are fine. Okay, we're going to get this done. I'm also trying to remember precisely what was and wasn't visible from the ground. Because I'm pretty sure... yeah, if I drop down onto here, the side of this pipe definitely was. That's absolutely essential. But yeah, looking at it from above... from here, you'd see up to, yeah, maybe a bit of this. Some of this up top, but yeah, this pipe would block some of that too. So we don't need to worry too much about that. And I'm pretty sure we could also see, yeah, some of this window. So this up here, some of this needs to be done as well. Though, hang on, how would you see that from... maybe you'd see a tiny bit of this. Let's just do the top of this anyway. Right, back down on the ground. 10 minutes to go. So from this side, that is... oh, that is spot on. That looks perfect. And if we just go over to this side... okay, possibly, yes, need to do a little bit of that underneath there. And then this bit at the side. But honestly, I think we've just about done this. Here we go. Just a basic stepladder will do the job in terms of getting me into range here. We just need to take out a little bit of this gunk here. Maybe a tiny bit of you too, just for safety. But I think, yeah, with just a little bit more done over here, like that, and just making sure the front of this pillar is golden. Hang on, just to move you out of the way, my friend. You could be right there. Oh, that looks perfect. Look at that. You would get home, you would pay that person well, you would give them a nice tip, and they would be long on their way before you bothered going round to the back of the house, noticing that, okay, in some ways, maybe it's not looking quite so good back here. But on the plus side, you know, if I was in such a rush to leave, I'd probably leave the scaffolding behind. So you could sell that to get some of the money back that I basically just stole from you. And I even did the back door as well. You're welcome. But yes, unfortunately for the time being, that's pretty much all I can show you from PowerWash Simulator 2. Because, yes, the game's not even out yet. This was a preview build. I was only allowed to have access to it for so flipping long. But as you can see, I've done an amazing job at cleaning this house from top to bottom, no problems whatsoever, and, okay, perhaps not surprisingly, PowerWash Simulator 2 is pretty much precisely what I both wanted and expected it to be, which is, it's PowerWash Simulator, but bigger, better, more. The tools feel a bit nicer, the water looks a bit nicer. It's PowerWash Simulator, which was already functionally a perfect game, but just improved a tiny amount, and, okay, when this comes out in full, do not be surprised in the slightest if we do a very, very sexy chilled out live stream to celebrate, because we've done PowerWash Simulator streams before. They're always a wonderful, wonderful chill time indeed. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the delightful PowerWash Simulator 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.